It's a frat. It's Mardi Gras Tuesday. Anything goes. Word is that this frat has so many gay members that it almost qualifies as a gay frat. Don't know if that's true, but I hope to find out. Tonight. I'm Drew, and tonight is simple. I don't want romance. I don't want anything serious. I want to party, but not too hard. Tomorrow is Ash Wednesday, with its special confessionals and extra priests at the old St. Clement's Parish. Tomorrow night is the ceremony of the ashes. Yes, this is Vegas, and a one-night stand is fine with me. Dad sent me a text earlier. The ceremony starts at 7, and we're going as a family. So don't do anything so serious tonight that you can't participate in Mass. As if I'd listen to him on one of the biggest party nights of the year. Mardi Gras, Las Vegas, frat house, black diamond condoms in my wallet, silk lube also. It is the recipe for the ultimate in adult fun. I drove past the frat house. The music was so loud it registered on the Richter scale. The best sign that action was about to happen was the cop car pulled out front. The police weren't taking any chances with this place. I had to drive an extra 2 blocks to find a parking spot. Nobody mentioned that this was a masquerade party. That is wrong on so many levels. People come to parties for 2 things. They come to party, and then they come to pass out having the time of their lives. The worse the hangover, the better the party. Except at this frat. Most people wore variations of sequined eye masks or purple and gold face masks, and several guys wore a lot of gold, green, or purple beaded necklaces. Some beautiful guy had body painted his almost nude body in swirls of purple, green, and gold, and was dancing his heart out. I walked up to the door, and some cute guy shoved a gold mask into my hands. "Bar's in the back," he said. "Wear this, and you get a free drink. Dane will fix you up. Hot tubs are in the back also." "What's your name?" I asked. "Twitch," he said. "Do you want to go dancing?" I asked. "Dance floor is in the back, but Twitch is my man." Another guy shouted over the music, walking up to Twitch and handing him a drink. Dane made it special, with no pineapple. "Don't mess with my boyfriend. He's a black belt," Twitch yelled. And his boyfriend said something that sounded like, "So are you." "Who's the guy in the body paint?" I yelled over the music. "Chaz," Twitch yelled back. "Don't bother. He's straight." I went inside. The Mardi Gras theme continued. Purple, gold, and green LED lights were everywhere. People were everywhere, both men and women. Even a couple of local celebrities were here, like the model from the downtown billboard. And wasn't that the son of the car dealership owner? He was one of the richest people in Nevada. A purple, white, and gold 3-tier king cake stood on a table, surrounded by a display of masks and beads. Just like everywhere else. Good God, the frat went all out on its decorations. Some guys were playing some kind of kissing game with the ladies and swapping beaded necklaces with them. Some other guys did the same thing, but with guys. I went out back and found the noise level even louder. Some DJ spun the tunes wild and fast. "Burgers are up, and they are perfect," some guy said. "So saith the barbecue master," a big guy said, swiping 3 burgers from the tray. And some surfer guy said, "Howard, leave some for the rest of us. You know how Jason goes through the calories." A second later, the surfer and some guy I assumed to be Jason walked to the middle of the dance area, and though the surfer knew some moves, his partner knew a lot more, and was a lot flirtier with his man. Some guy caught my attention. He gave me a mysterious grin, folded a small card, and tossed it into the air. The card disappeared. Must be a trick of the light. The guy walked towards me and said, You're so late, you almost missed me." "That's a pretty lame line," I said. He shrugged and said, "Wouldn't know, never used it before, but you are late." "Most parties don't have starting times," I said. I didn't know him. He wore shorts, a vibrant rainbow tie-dye t-shirt, and held a pink margarita. "Dane makes them dry," he said. "No tequila, but they still taste good. Want to share?" "Who are you?" I asked. "Your date for the night," he said. "That is, if you ask me to go dancing." "Everybody here seems to have hooked up with somebody. How come you didn't?" I asked. The mystery man took a sip of his margarita before he said, "Boyfriend dumped me because I'm too esoteric." Dumped is the wrong word. He applied for a program in Texas and made the long-distance move about 3 weeks ago. Neither one of us wanted to do long-distance. So we're friends. Always will be. "You don't seem too upset," I said. He paused, took another sip, and said, "My favorite vineyard is about 2 hours north of San Francisco. I was on my way to get plastered when I threw the cards on the table. The card they showed me is in your wallet." Not understanding, I reached for my wallet and I simply asked, "Are you a gambler?" "No," he said, an odd grin on his face. "Though you don't want to play poker against me. My specialty is tarot cards, and the cards never lie. You ask me to dance, we spend the night. You ask me to breakfast, and we spend the day together. You ask me for a second date, and I take you to the vineyard, and we spend the rest of our lives together." "You don't make any sense," I said. "What do you mean? And you still haven't told me your name." "I'm Grin," he said, "short for Greenwich. My name is a long, tragic story. When I'm drunk enough, I'll tell you." I pulled out my wallet. Behind the black diamond condom package was a folded card. I'd seen tarot cards before, but I didn't believe in them. This one was a little, how do I say it, unusual. It had 2 men on it, holding hands, and a date underneath that was a little more than a year from now. On closer look, the 2 men were a photograph of me and Grin in black tuxedos. When was the last time I'd even worn a black tuxedo? Grin had somehow picked my pocket without me noticing, put the card in my wallet, and put my wallet back in my pocket. That didn't make sense. I'd only just gotten here and barely met the man. He'd never had time. "How did you make the picture of me and you?" I asked. "Nothing up my sleeves," Grin said, grinning. "You don't make any sense," I said. "I get that a lot. Do you believe in magic?" Grin said, grinning even more than before. "As to the date, it took 3 tries, but that's the date you finally convinced me to say yes." "Oh, come on, I don't believe you," I said. "You don't have to believe," Grin said. "You just have to ask me to dance. And then to breakfast." "Has anyone ever told you that you're weird?" I said. For an answer, he only smiled. I shrugged and nodded toward the dance floor. He set his margarita on one of the tables, and I led him to the dance floor, saying, "Let's start with dancing." The end. Thank you, everybody, for joining me for this short story about the frat boys. I appreciate it. We'll see you next week. Oh, and if you'd like to hear more stories about gay men falling in love, come visit my channel. It's on YouTube. My channel name is Geo Allred. Thank you, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Peace.